God bless you. The mental health pastor here, Fernando Kittrell. Thank you for tuning in. This is day number 11 of the 30 days of better is possible. 30 days of better is possible. And I'm thankful that for all of you who've been following me up until this point, 2024, better is possible. Sometimes we live way beneath our potential, way beneath what God has designed for our lives. And I believe 2024 is a great year to jumpstart, reset, regroup, renew, whatever you want to call it. But I believe God wants us to experience a better and let us know that better is possible. And so today I want to talk about something that's been on my mind. Let me pull something up here. Better is possible, and this is going to be a part two. Not probably, it is going to be a part two to this, because I know many people are in this predicament where they feel like God is not there, God is not answering. They feel guilty or shameful for something of the past, and they're sitting in this low place, stuck, feeling abandoned, feeling isolated, feeling like no one cares. But I know that God hears, He listens, and He cares, and He answers. And so I want to talk a little bit about that. Again, this is going to be a part two because I can't really cover all that I want to cover in a 10-minute segment. So this is going to be a part two part, or maybe three part, depending. But anyway, the title of this is Dear God, Help. Dear God, help. There are times, or there have been times in my life where I couldn't do nothing but saying, Dear God, help. There are sometimes you may have faced at times such low places where you didn't have the words. You didn't have the words to describe your pain. I don't know about you, but I've been there where I didn't have the words to describe how I was feeling, and it was horrible. And I remember just sitting there, just thinking and saying, Dear God, help. That's all I could say. That's all I can muster up. And so you may be in that place also. Dear God, help. Now, the great thing about that statement, the great thing about that short prayer, because God's not concerned about how long I pray or how little I pray. He doesn't judge me based on my words. He doesn't look at me and say, well, that's not long enough. That's not the King James Version. That's not uh, the New Living Translation, or that's not the NIV. He looks at the heart. And so one of the scriptures that I always go to when I'm in trouble or feeling like I'm in trouble or I'm just hurting and I'm in pain is Psalms 46 and 1. And it says, God is our refuge and God is our, I'm outside here. Thought somebody was doing something on the side there. Psalms 46 and 1. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Now that's so profound. A very present help in trouble. God is my refuge. God is my strength. So it lets me know that I have access to Him. That I have access to Him. And so that gives me permission to say, Dear God, help. And then we go on over to Hebrews, the 4th chapter, verse 16. It says, Let us therefore come boldly to the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in the time of need. Now, these scriptures together double confirms that I can come to God, that I can come to Him, that He's not tired of me coming. He's not weary of me asking. He's not on vacation and has caller ID and pulls it up when He sees my name or my numbers, if you will, and doesn't answer. It says, I can come boldly. The writer here is encouraging us, assuring us that we can come boldly to the throne of grace. In 2024, if you're not already facing something at the beginning of this year, you're going to face some things at some point throughout the year where you're going to have to be assured. You're going to have to know that God is a very present help in trouble. He is our refuge. He is our strength. And then in that we can come boldly, confidently, assuredly to the throne of grace. And I love this part, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in the time of need. Man, that's so assuring, that's so profound, that's so comforting, because sometimes we get so overwhelmed, and we don't really pray. We're trying to just think it away, get a plan, do a lot of things, but sometimes it's just, God, dear God, help. I don't know what else to say. I don't have the words to describe it. I, I don't understand all this happening, but I know you understand even the slightest or the smallest prayer. Help. He understands help. And you don't have to feel guilty that you didn't say the right thing. Help is, he always interprets the word help. Help is help. Help means I need assistance. Help means I surrender. Help means I don't know what to do. Help means, can you get me out of this or show me the way out? Give me wisdom. Help is saying, I surrender and I give over to you. And so I want to encourage you. Sometimes just sit still and just say, dear God, help. And be assured that you can come boldly to the throne of grace. You can come boldly to obtain mercy to help you. Uh, One thing I love about coming to God, that he doesn't count how many times you've come to him. He's not keeping record of, well, that's 4 times, that's 6 times, that's 4,000 times. Well, you almost to your wits end. You're almost maxed out. I'm so glad that I coming boldly to the throne of grace is a continual thing. I'm never uh, wearying him. I'm never tiring him out. He's never tired of hearing my voice. Man, that is so comforting, that in this relationship that I can reach out and call out and cry out. And there's no shortage of answers. There's no shortage of direction. And so be assured, be assured that the mercy of God. Now look at this again. I want to read this part again. I know it by heart, of course, but I love looking at it, because every time I look at it, it seems like it just seems differently when you look at the word, when you and the word are staring at each other in the face. So anyway, it says here, let me read it, Hebrews 4:16. Let us therefore come boldly to the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy, When do I never not need mercy? I need mercy all the time. We need mercy all the time. So that means we can come to him in mercy uh, all the time. Like, when is never a time that I don't need help or mercy in something? Every day. So this is really a powerful verse, because it lets me know that there's no end to my coming to him. And it says here, obtain mercy and find grace, find enabling, find empowering to help in the time of need. When am I ever not in need? I'm always in need. I'm always in need of truth, direction, wisdom, insight, joy, renewal, peace, hope, care, healing. I'm always we're always in that. This doesn't mean we stay in these low, broken places. My point is, we're always searching, or growing. We're always growing in wherever we are. We're growing beyond, or we're growing in, or we're growing past something. And God's saying that we have the access. I have the access. You have the access to come to Him all the time. So the indication here is it's a uh, continual continual access to the Father. That is so comforting, that I don't have to feel left out. I don't have to sit back and wonder what to do and feel abandoned or think I'm abandoned Because he says here, I can come boldly to the throne of grace. I can come boldly. And the throne of grace is anywhere. The throne of grace is just not, it's not church. It's not a location as in the sense of, if I get into the church, that's where it is. Or if I get into a spiritual environment, that's where it is. It's activated through our covenant relationship with Christ, and and I have access at any moment. I'm in the throne of grace right now. God help me. It always exists. I can always approach it. We can always approach it. And so I just want you to know that that the shortest prayer, dear God, help. Not long, not fancy, but it's a prayer of surrender. And so this is part one of this day 11 uh, of the Better is Possible. And so we're going to go ahead and do a part two video, which is going to be day number 12. And so this is day number 11. I hope this blessed you. I hope this encouraged you. Stay tuned for day number 12 of the Better is Possible challenge, where we're going to do Dear God part 2. And see you then. God bless you. 2024, better is possible. Let's get it. Let's go for it. Let's believe God. Let's be all that he desires for us to be and move in it. All right. See you in part 2.